This is an Elddis Crusader Shamal. Just going to take you around the van and show you how it operates. Front of the van you've got your hitch, jockey wheel and handbrake. We'll take you through this in person here on site. Front locker, you've got your gas bottle with your gas regulator on the bulkhead, with your gas pipe work going to the gas bottle itself and the on-off valve for the gas on top. It is actually a reverse thread fitment that goes into the gas bottle, so you do need to turn the thread the opposite way to release it from the bottle, say that of a bottle of pop for instance. You've got your Elddis heating vent on the side of the heating and hot water vent on the side of the Caravan, very much the same as what you've got on the side of your house. You won't ever cover this up, you need to leave it open so it can breathe out as it needs to, and you'd never lean anything against it as it does get hot when in use. Down below that you've got the wind down legs to stabilise the Caravan. They are just there for stabilising the van, they are not there for lifting the Caravan. If you lift the Caravan with these, it could potentially damage the floor of the Caravan. You've then got your water pump connection, which pushes into the side of the van and locks into place with the white cap. The pump itself will drop down inside the aqua roll. You've then got your fridge vents, and the fridge vents are there to simply allow hot air at the back of the fridge unit and take some cool air in. And behind the top one there's also a gas flue for when you're running the fridge on gas. Motor mover and wheel nuts. The motor mover will demonstrate while you're here on site, and the wheel nuts will torque before you leave site so you can see they've been tightened correctly. Water butt at the front of the van is where the fresh water goes in, as we've just discussed. However, down the side of the van you have two grey waste pipes. That is essentially where your wastewater will come out the shower and the sinks on board the van. So fresh water goes in the front, wastewater comes out here, and you'll have two bits of grey pipe that drop down inside the Wastemaster. Then got your underbed storage at the rear of the Caravan, and then we move on to the toilet locker, everyone's favourite job. To release the cassette from underneath the van, you'll pull up the orange handle and pull the cassette towards you. The neck here turns out 90 degrees so the waste can be tipped away. On the back of the cassette you've got an orange pressure relief button, so when you're tipping the waste away it doesn't spit and splatter back at you. And the grey cap that's there is actually a measure for your fluids for the tank itself. So prior to use you'll need to put 1 litre of water in there and a cap full of the blue fluid. On the rear of the van you've got your wind down legs to stabilise the van, and again you would never lift the van with these as it will damage the floor of the Caravan. Then you've got your storage locker for at the back of the van, your battery locker with your mains power lead going in, 3-pin socket, so you've got power coming out to your awning, and your barbecue gas point on the front. As you come in the door on the left hand side you've got your control panels for the Caravan, so you've got your main power on. You've got your water pump switch, your lighting internally for the Caravan, the voltmeter for the battery on board the Caravan, then above that you've got your Elddis heating and hot water control panel. First thing you're going to do is, once you've got the power turned on, is you're going to need to fill the water system up. So you come underneath the seat on the front right hand side of the van, and underneath here you'll find a yellow valve. That yellow valve needs to be parallel with the floor prior to filling the water system up. If that valve is upright, put towards the bottom of the seat, all of the water that is inside the Caravan will drain straight back onto the floor underneath the van. So parallel with the floor to fill the water system up. Once that valve is parallel with the floor, you'll need to open all the taps up on board the Caravan. So you'll open all the taps up on the hot side of the water system. So that's the kitchen sink, the shower and the sink in the bathroom, and then you'll turn the water pump on, which will draw water up from the aqua roll on the outside. When the water system is full and you have water running continuously out of every tap on board the van, you'll then shut each tap off once the water system is full, and that will then allow you to start warming the water on board the van. So to warm the water on board the Caravan, you're going to come to this control panel just inside the door. You're going to press store reset so it takes you to the options for the control panel. At the moment the control panel is actually off even though the screen comes up. So it says off there, you need to press the on button so the control panel comes on. Then you'll come across to the right, and then it'll allow you to control the internal temperature of the Caravan. So you've got plus and minus to set your room temperature. So the thermometer is your room temperature for the Caravan. If you come across to the right again, you've got your water temperature. So you've got water off at the moment, so the water heater is turned off, and you can turn it on by selecting the on option, and it will automatically boost the water system when you do have the water system turned on. If I come across to the right again, it will give me the option of running gas as a power source for the heating and hot water. Now at the moment, as you can see, that's turned off. Again, I can press on, and that will allow the water system to warm up on gas and also the heating on gas. If it failed to ignite, it'd come up with gas fail on the screen, and what you do at that point is you turn it to the off position again. Then I'd advise that you just check the gas bottle's turned on, go to the hob and get the gas through on the hob, as it may not have drawn it all the way through the system yet, and the hob is generally the last point on the gas system. Once you have gas through to there, come back over to your control panel and try and reignite the heating and hot water on gas. If we come across to the right, we've got the option to run mains power into the heating and hot water system. So you've got 1 kilowatt or 2 kilowatts on board this van. You can run the heating and hot water off. Now what you set that to will depend on the amount of power you have coming into the caravan from the site you are on. So for instance, 1 kilowatt here on site is the maximum we can run, so that's what we've set our heating and hot water to. Top right hand corner of the control panel is an indicator to let me know I've got mains power coming into the van from the site we're on. In the manuals for the caravan, you'll actually find instructions of how to set heating and hot water timers for the particular caravan, and if I explain that in the video, it'd probably take me around 2 to 3 hours to demonstrate, so that is something that we advise you read the manual for. Next thing we go to is the fridge. The fridge system is very easy to use. You've got power on the front of the fridge. So the fridge is now coming on. Mains power is your standard power source when you're on site with a mains hookup, and then you can use the temperature button on the opposite side to control the temperature of the fridge. Obviously the higher you go with this, the colder the fridge will be. 12 volt mode, if you connect it to the car and you're towing down the road, you'll be able to select the battery option, and that will allow you to run the fridge from the power supply on the car. If you want to run the fridge on gas, again you go to the hob and bleed the gas through on the hob system, get the gas through there, and then the fridge should self-ignite on gas. If it failed to ignite, it would flash the blue pilot light at the bottom, and it'd also bring up a 9 and a spanner symbol just here to let you know it has failed. Turn the fridge off, you'll press and hold the power button, and it will turn the power off to the fridge. Oven, hob and grill all very much works like your household appliances. So once you've got everything connected on the outside and the gas is turned on, you'll be able to run the hob from the gas system on board the van. And then your 240 electric ring that you see on here will only work when you've got mains power connected to the caravan. Grill and oven, again, will work from your 240 mains power source. If you haven't got from your gas power source, so it doesn't matter if you haven't got 240 available. It is solely gas powered on the oven and grill. Like I said, the hob has got 240 ring on there. Microwave, very simple to use. You've got the microwave up above, and you can control it off the dials on the front to auto cook, etc. Let me just show you that working. So there we go. Microwave has come on. When you are travelling, you will need to make sure you remove the microwave plate from inside the microwave. Going down to the back of the caravan, and the last part of the van we're going to go through, is the toilet system. Very simple to use. You've got an electric flush that runs off the water system on board the caravan. You've got a toilet full indicator light, so that red light there will illuminate when the toilet waste cassette is full. The toilet seat does turn for your convenience, so it actually turns through 180 degrees. However, when the toilet cassette has been removed from underneath the van, you need to make sure the toilet seat is pointing straight across the van towards the shower unit. Below the toilet, you have a grey waste handle. Now, when you're using the loo, we advise that's open, so the waste goes in the cassette underneath the van. And when you finish, we advise you pull the flap back across. Very similar to the toilet seat being turned, if this flap is open, it will lock the cassette in place, and you will not be able to remove the toilet cassette from under the van. So this is the Elddis Crusader Shamal. If you have any further questions on the van, please don't hesitate to give us a call here at the Caravan Company, and we'd be more than happy to help. We appreciate the business, and we look forward to seeing you here on site soon when you collect the caravan. Thank you for now. Bye bye.